This week on Sundays with Sully, we are talking ScanStrut's Atmos air pump. That's right, guys. This week, I'm not the only one who's blowing hot air. Check it out. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sundays with Sully. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, they tell me I'm supposed to put the spiel in the front of the video while you guys are watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button on the Navtronics YouTube channel to stay up to date and in the know, the latest happenings in the marine industry and the latest tech tips and trends. We do a new video most Sundays at 10 a.m. and then throughout the week we've got different build videos we're going to start putting in there as we ramp up for the season. All right, it's out of the way. What are we talking about? Well, like I said in the opener, I'm not the only one who's blowing hot air this week. We've got the ScanStrut Atmos air pump, and I got to start off by saying, ScanStrut, I'm sorry if Atmos isn't the way, please correct me, but I couldn't find anything online that said otherwise, so that's what we're going to go with. We're going to do an unboxing video here, guys. This, like I just said, it's an air pump. Everybody's got, stand-up paddle boards and, water toys, tow behinds, things like that. This is going to take care of that problem. Instead of having a DC pump that you're plugging into a cigarette lighter and it's noisy and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and God knows we're getting away from cigarette lighters on boats and doing more USBs and USB-Cs. This is going to fill that gap and it's going to do it very quickly. So this is a low pressure, high volume air pump. So it's a max of 20 PSI. So let's go ahead, let's open this up and let's see what we're working with, guys. And we'll open this thing up here, and we'll set this side down below. First things first, we've got a very nice cut-out template provided for them. And it's actually on some thick paper stock, so it's actually got some heft to it instead of taping it and moving it around and easily tearing it. So we've got that in there. It's going to break down everything we need for the install. So we got that. Go ahead and we'll tuck that away. And then we've got our handy-dandy trim plates here, and we're going to go over that in a second. And we're going to actually pull out the heart of the operation here, and that is this air pump. And even comes with its own hardware. So that's added bonus. Thank you, ScanStrut, for that. So you guys can take a look at this, and I'm going to have to cheat and look on the box here because I don't know this stuff off the top of my head. But this is, what are we looking at here? Overall length, it is 11.69 inches by 7.8 inches tall by 4.3 inches deep. So it's really not a big footprint. I look at this, guys, and this kind of reminds me of the old Bose Outdoor 151, cube speakers. That's about the size we're looking at here. So we go ahead and we're going to pop the sun cover off of this. It's kind of a nice feature. This is meant to be mounted outside on your boat. So it's got a UV weather protection screen on it right here. So that's on there. And we look, this is a very simple, straightforward system. You can see here, it's actually got the spots on it right here to put the trim bezels on. And we can go ahead and those will get snapped on there and there to kind of give that clean look so you get an idea what the finished results look like there. And you're going to see this is very, very simple. We've got our power button, we've got an up arrow, a down arrow, and a play pause button. And then over here, we're going to open this gasketed, sealed door right here. And you're going to see that there is an inflate and a deflate. I'm going to get to that in a second. So this is simply, once it's wired up, and that's worth mentioning, guys, this thing is actually, for an air pump, it's a pretty low draw. I think it's, what are we looking at? 12 amp draw. So we don't have to run big, heavy wire to it. This comes with, looks like maybe some 14.2 in here. But you just run nothing crazy. We're not talking about a big 6 or an 8 gauge wire for the run on this one. This is actually a really nice run. You'd go ahead, you'd power this up, you would select your air pressure, connect your hose, and then you would press play to confirm the air pressure, and then hit play again, and it's going to start the pump, and it will automatically inflate to that PSI and then shut off. So now you're not constantly looking at it, is it inflated enough or not inflated enough? You have that functionality on there. So we've got that. And then there's also on here is the deflate. And I didn't quite understand personally why you'd want to deflate. You let the air plug out and the thing drains, but this actually speeds up the process. If you've got one of those stand-up paddle boards, inflatable kayaks, inflatable docks, big tow-behind toys, this is actually going to help draw the air out of there quicker. It is going to suck the air out of there. So it's really a slick feature on here. And you're going to notice on this that these are threaded fittings on here. So as we go ahead, we're going to open this box up just a little bit more to the next level and see what else we have here. There should be some hoses and whatnot. And lo and behold, look at that. There's a box that says, "Don't throw me away." Nicely done. That just means somebody did their homework here. So we go ahead, we'll pull that out. We set aside the box right there. And here it is, the accessory box. Don't throw me away. Included in this is going to be an 8-foot hose, a storage bag, 6 adapters, and your quick start guide and your instruction manual for you. So you got all your paperwork you need here for the install. Kind of breaks it down, makes it really easy to see and use and understand how everything works on here. Pretty straightforward. A nice mesh bag here to hold the hose and the adapter. And as I was talking about, guys, the air hose itself here, you're gonna see it's got a threaded fitting on this end. You see that kind of spins around and you got a nice big fitting on there. So as we go ahead, and you can go ahead and just thread this straight on, just like that. And then we come over here, and now we have a plethora of different fitting options to inflate your choice of water toy or air toy, air mattress, whatever it is. So if we go ahead and we take one out of that bandolier right there, and that is going to thread right into this side as well. Now you're up and running. You've got 8 foot of hose, you've got your DC powered pump, and you're ready to go. Same thing, you want to do it in reverse like I talked about for the deflate. Simply take this off of here, put it on the deflate, connect it into there, and let it rip. It'll go ahead and help break that down that much quicker. So I think this thing is going to be hugely popular because you can just mount this thing in a back area of the boat. You're out away from the console, so if you're heading out the channel or whatever and you want to get those things inflated while you're kind of putzing on out the river or out to the lake or doing whatever it is you're doing, you've got the functionality with this to do that. And it's meant to just be mounted and kind of forgotten about until you actually need it, which is really cool. So I know we're going to be doing a lot of installs here the coming season. You're going to be seeing us feature it as we do some of those builds. If you have any questions about this, or you want to see us cover anything else, you know the spiel, I'm going to say it again anyway, make sure to put it down below in the comments, and then make sure to give us a like, follow, subscribe, and share at Navtronics on YouTube and Instagram. We'll be back next week with something cool, and we'll see you then. Peace.